Hey everybody, Daddy05 sleeping. Me, Jake, and Ryan, since you guys hit like on that last video, are going to show you what pranking Daddy05 looks like.
Say it. Hurry up, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Babe!
Shut up.
It's Jake!
Hey, good evening, Internet. Alright, before I get into this video, because it's going to be on Daddy05 again, but it's going to be on a specific video. And that video is going to be on the Mommy05 channel, which I'm going to link in the description so you guys can watch it. Because I'm not going to put too much of the video itself in this one. One, because a lot of channels are getting copyright strikes and guideline strikes for, despite it being publicly on YouTube still, they are getting privacy concern strikes. They're getting violence and harassment strikes all over the place for anything related Daddy05. So I gotta keep an eye out on my channel to make sure and try and edit stuff to make it a little bit more fitting the guidelines, despite how hypocritical the fact that some of these videos are still available on the Mommy05 channel and whatnot. So, what I'm going to also do a PSA here. Guns are not a toy. Period. Like, you can have fun with them and have fun at a shooting range or go hunting and whatnot, as long as you take the proper care of the gun, understand its uses and proper mechanics. 2 or 3, understand how to use it effectively, properly, and safely. Because these are things a lot of people seem to forget, and a lot of gun owners get really pissed off, understandably, when people misuse them because they make everybody else look bad. Everybody who misuses a gun is the reason why people want strict gun laws. And another thing with that is gun laws are not going to affect those who are going to misuse them. They're not going to stop criminals from having weapons. They're going to stop citizens from being able to have legal protection or tools for hunting or, like I said, for fun at a shooting range. So when I'm talking about this prank, almost everything in this video they are doing wrong. Because, even the biggest prank channels very seldom do any kind of prank with a gun. Usually if they do, it's probably an airsoft gun or something, or they're just a really fucked up channel. But I've never seen a gun prank with Roman Atwood, with Vitali, with any of them. So gun pranks, just don't even think about it, because you are completely misusing that tool. You will end up hurting you, yourself, someone around you, anyone in the area. Because another thing too is a lot of places take guns very seriously and anything that has to do with them very seriously. Because they can be misused in a deadly fashion, which sucks. And another reason is if you do a gun prank and the cops end up getting called, you're probably going to get arrested. You're probably going to get a ticket at the very least. You could do damage to you, yourself, property, your kids, or anyone around you. Like I've already stated. This is the kind of bullshit that we need to avoid here on YouTube. The kind of things we need to publicly shame. The kind of things that we need to look down upon and point out so people don't do it. And this is another strike with the Daddy05 situation that's just blown up. And I'm sick and tired of these videos popping up and making these videos, to tell you the truth. But it's such a passionate thing, it's such an obvious thing to, 1, protect these kids, to 2, show people how not to parent or be around children. Because this is just horrible. Through this prank, they put their child's life in danger. And if people can't see that, that's ridiculous. Even the dad in this scenario is like, why the fuck did you do that? I could have shot him. He had a loaded gun ready to kill an intruder because he wanted to protect his family. And if he didn't get stopped by a Heather, he could have shot his, I think he's like, what, 13? He could have shot his 13-year-old because he thought he was intruding. He thought he was a home invader. He would have probably gone to prison, same with Heather, and they would have had to go to, probably had to go to a funeral for their child because they fucked up. This is what pisses me off the most about this whole Daddy-O-5 situation, is they don't take any regard for the safety of anyone in that family, including themselves. They are just ridiculous. Like, the situation's gotten better. I will link some videos down below, because Cody and Emma are now with their biological mother under emergency custody. They have a long, hard-fought custody battle ahead of them. 2, they are quite possibly other things that I don't entirely understand going on, but there's a lot of detail in this that I can't cover in this video because it's going to be a long one, because I am passionate about this fact, because this is the kind of stuff that people look down upon for a valid reason. This is the kind of shit that you don't do. This is the kind of shit that makes other people look bad because of your mistakes, because of your stupidity. Now I'm going to be going into the video, and we will see just how stupid this family is in all senses of the word, because this is just utter garbage. I will only show the clips that are important to understand how this got so fucked up. Now, I'm not accusing anyone of really anything here, because the dad, from the sounds of it, was in his right mind wanting to protect his family from an intruder. It's the mom in this situation, or the stepmother in this situation, that made everything horrible. She used her child in a prank video, dressed him up in basically a ski mask hoodie, on all black with, I think he has a baseball bat or something like that as a weapon. And this is before me looking over the clips again. But the dad comes out ready to shoot because he knows his family could be in danger. But what does the mom do? Oh, it's just a prank! It's just a prank, bro! No, it's not. That's not a prank. That is endangerment. That is child endangerment. You are one fucked up woman for thinking this is just a prank. As much as you could have faked it, looking at that, that is an actual pistol. That is a fully loaded, armed pistol. And if I remember right, in the video, he had his finger on the trigger ready to shoot. And it only takes milliseconds for that bullet to penetrate. And this could have ended horribly for you. It could have ended horribly for you. Could have ended horribly for your son. Could have ended horribly for the rest of your family. Because you don't, it's mind-boggling at how stupid this prank is. Because, oh, we will look over the clips now so you can see just how stupid and idiotic this bullshit is. And here we go. Get ready for the stupidity. Alright, as a reminder, this video is still up on their YouTube channel. So, if I get a copyright strike or a guideline strike, remember that. Again, I will be using as minimal clips as possible with this video. So, let's get right into this garbage.
Hey everybody, Daddy-O-5 is sleeping. Me, Jake, and Ryan.
There's your big problem right there. Look at this kid. He is about average size adult right now. Maybe a little bit shorter. And you have a skull mask on him. Anyone in their right mind seeing them charging into a house would think they're an intruder. And the mom's like, oh, look at this, we're doing a cute prank. Bull fucking shit you are.
are going to show you what pranking Daddy 05 looks like.
This is not pranking Daddy 05. This is scaring the living shit out of him. We're going to skip ahead in the video a bit here.
What are you going to do?
Like what?
We're going to set the alarm off, and what are you going to do?
Say, hurry up and turn it off, turn it off.
In a deep, crazy voice?
Yeah.
I mean, they are setting this up like a good, like, scare prank. But this is not the kind of scare prank you want to do. You are jeopardizing your children in this. It's just, learn how to do a prank properly, and then we would consider you a prank channel rather than a child abuse channel.
So, we just checked everything, and everything looks good. Everything's recorded. We only get one chance to do this, so hopefully it goes good. I can't tell you it's gonna be pretty, but it's probably gonna be funny. So, here goes nothing.
What's funny is that you are endangering your children. Oh, scratch that. That's not funny. That is plain out child endangerment. Under any state law, you could go to prison for this. You are a horrible mother. Because this isn't her stepchildren in the prank. Both Jake and I forget his name, are both her own biological children. So let's just see, and that still doesn't excuse anything, even if they were just Cody and Emma her stepchildren, that still doesn't excuse this bullshit. By the way, she's setting off her own home alarm system here. So, what that sends a message directly to the police in most modern home systems to be aware of an intruder. It costs time, money, and effort from the police department and from the home security, whoever they use, to put in the effort to make sure that they're okay. You are doing a lot more damage here than you think, woman.
Hurry up, turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
You could see he's worried for his children here. He has a pistol in his hand ready to use because he thinks someone is invading his home. What kind of prank do you have to do to make... Just breathe, Connor. Just...
Babe! Babe, someone's in the house!
That is just that sounds like she has perfected the scream of absolute horror and terror. Whether it's against her own children or whether it's alarming her husband of an intruder. I wouldn't doubt anything in this house to be fake because anything could and will be a prank with this family. Now it's probably all behind them because of all the legal bullshit that's happened in the last 2 weeks. But I wouldn't, if I lived in this house, I would not trust anything to be real, which would be just as damaging if he had fired his weapon in this video. Because that alarm could go off, and it could be a true blue intruder, but because this prank had already happened, it's like when the boy cries wolf. You are going to put more people in danger by doing this. I am glad that legal action is being taken against this shit family.
Who the fuck is it?
You can see his absolute terror and him freaking out thinking someone has his wife hostage. He is scared for her well-being. He's scared for everyone's well-being in this. You don't do this kind of fucking prank. This is not the kind of bullshit you do. This, like I said, pisses me off to no end because this is how you mishandle the usage of a weapon. He's doing everything in his power to protect his family, but Heather, the queen bitch, is sitting here putting everyone in danger because she knows exactly how he's going to react to a home invasion, but she puts her children up for ransom for a prank, for those precious clicks. Do not do this kind of prank ever. This is the kind of shit that pisses people off. And this is the kind of shit that got the attention of people to your channel to cause you to be in the legal trouble you're in now. Congratulations.
I got a gun! Who the fuck is in my house?
You can hear, you heard that little dad? That is, from the sounds of it, Emma terrified. She is terrified. terrified. And then you see the bitch in the corner chuckling her little ass off. Being like, hee hee, he's got a gun, hee hee, this is funny, hee hee hee, he's gonna kill my kids. Really, bitch? Really?
Shut up.
He must have some training or something here. Because, at least from the looks of it, because he's handling the situation very well and actually very calmly. There are a lot of people that would have just opened fire as soon as they turn that corner. That voice, they have a voice modulator on him to make it sound like it's not his kid. So, again, how is he supposed to believe it's his kid with the mask and the voice changer? He is absolutely terrified for the safety of his family. And they're sitting here recording it. This is another reason why I think Heather is the orchestrator of this whole drama bullshit that's happening. Is because she's like, oh, she's obsessed with this clicks.
Jake, it's Jake!
It's Jake!
It's Jake!
See them laughing about it? Look at that face. Does that look like he's laughing? Does that look like he's amused? No, he is pissed the fuck off. He could have just shot his child. He is so pissed. There is nothing in this video that is funny. There's nothing in this video that is amusing. You are putting your children up for danger because this garbage is what gets you attention. Because this garbage is what is getting you YouTube money. I am glad you are in the legal trouble you are in. I am glad that you are struggling right now with your reputation. Because this is not okay. You are making people who are good gun owners look bad. You are endangering your children. You are pissing off your husband, obviously here. This is not what you do with a gun. You do not have gun pranks. You do not have home invasion pranks. Have you ever seen videos of people getting swatted? It's terrifying. Have you ever seen some of this shit with people who post home invasion videos that are completely legit? This could have ended so horribly for you, Heather. This could have ended so bad. You are lucky Jake is not dead and 6 feet under right now. You are a horrible mother. You should not have had the privilege of having children. You should have been neutered or whatever, spayed when you were born. Because this is garbage. You do not have the right to have children with how much danger you have put them in. I don't have kids myself, but this is not the kind of shit you do. This is the kind of shit that pisses people off. I am sick and tired of seeing this family in the limelight. Yes, this is giving them more attention than they deserve, but this is the kind of shit that we need the cops to know of to make sure they get their children's rights revoked. They do not have the right to bear children, much less the right to bear arms. This is just garbage. There's more video to this as well. You can see in my voice and in my tone how pissed off I am at this. And this is garbage because one time, I will tell you a little story here. I forgot my key coming home from school one day. I didn't realize anybody was home because I didn't see any cars in the driveway. I know of a way to get into my old house without needing a key. So I went in through that back door, and my stepdad was home sleeping from work, and I didn't realize this. He heard that door, and because he's a veteran and he has high alert senses because of the shit he's seen, I could have gotten shot that day. Because he thought I was a home invader. And if he didn't look twice at who came through that door, I could have been in serious trouble. I didn't make that mistake again. I did not. I learned from that. This is just garbage. I wouldn't doubt Heather would do this again if she had the chance. She thinks it's funny. She thinks it's all giddy and fun and games and shit. But no. This is not. This is putting people's lives at risk. Now let's continue into this video and see how much more unfolds.
What the fuck is wrong with you all?
Again, look how freaking pissed he is. He knows exactly what could have happened if he wasn't paying attention to who was in front of his gun. If he didn't look twice, it could have been that same situation that I just talked about. His kid would have been hurt. They would have had to call an ambulance for either him, Heather, or anybody. This is not a kind of prank you pull. This is just absolute garbage.
Are you fucking retarded? It's real fucking fun! It's real fun, right?
You see how pissed off he is again? He is throwing that camera around because he's pissed. He doesn't want this online. He does not want this video published. He is pissed off beyond belief. And yet, this video is still on YouTube. And yet, other videos that are criticizing it are being struck down. Either by their PR group that they hired, by a lawyer that they hired, or by themselves directly, because they are going through a fiasco of legal trouble right now. They don't want this evidence online. They don't want this criticism, which is exactly why I'm making this video. They deserve all the criticism in the world. This is not just criticism. This is pointing out shit people doing shit things. With this video, though, I see a heart in Michael. I see he loves his kids, that he will put his life at risk for his kids. He will do anything to make sure they're okay, despite some of the videos that he's uploaded through health. But if anyone else were to harm these kids, he would go apeshit. And this is where I think Heather is the coordinator of everything. She is the reason this bullshit is online. She is the reason this garbage exists. I can see even in some of his other videos that Daddy-O-5, Michael, is a genuine loving person to his children. He loves them. He could have had a rough childhood growing up. I don't know. His parenting style could be repetitive of what he grew up with. I don't know. But you can see that he does care about these kids and wants their well-being, okay? And this gun prank is evidence because he would put his life at risk to protect them from a home invader. But Heather did it as a prank, putting her child's life at risk.
Somebody could have got shot! You're playing fucking games! Fuck is wrong with you? It's real funny, ha ha ha! You're gonna be fucking shot right now! It's real fucking funny, right?
Look at how he looked at that gun. He was, from the looks of it, he was making sure his finger wasn't on the trigger because his adrenaline is fucking pumping right now. A misfire could be deadly here. As soon as he noticed it was his kid, his finger went from this to this. That is how you hold a gun and whatnot. And he is keeping it as low to the ground as he possibly can, just in case it does misfire. He knows how to use a gun. He knows the proper etiquette of a gun. And this is why he's pissed off. He has some sense in him. Heather is still sitting over here chuckling like, oh, it's just a fucking prank, bro. No, it's not. Like I've said a million times over, you are putting your child's life at risk.
You can't just set the fucking alarm off like that.
I turned it off!
The cops will fucking show up at the house.
They're not, I turned it off!
There's a guy across the fucking street looking in the window right now.
Because you got a gun! Put the gun away!
Put the gun away! Put the gun away! Why'd you pull out the gun? This is what I'm talking about. She abused her alarm system by setting it off. I guarantee you that person across the fucking street is probably a cop. I guarantee you that there's some other legal trouble that should have happened out of this. I hope they got written up for this. I hope something happened out of this, but they didn't fucking learn. My adrenaline is pumping just from this video. Just from how pissed the fuck off I am at this video. Excuse my language throughout this video, but this is me being pissed off at this. You don't treat guns like this. You don't treat other people like this. I understand how Michael is so pissed off at this. I am on his side in this video because he understands what was at stake if things have ended up differently.
motherfucker is over there looking in our house?
Because you got a gun and they're screaming like a fool.
Because you got a gun and you're screaming like a fool. No, because you put your children's life at risk. He grabbed a gun, terrified that someone was invading, that your life was in danger. And yet you still think it's just a fucking prank. Yeah. Congratulations. You are a horrible person. I hope through this legal trouble that you end up in prison, that you end up in jail, that you lose your children. You do not deserve them. You do not deserve what you have. You are a shitty human being. I feel sorry for whoever impregnated you. I feel so bad for them. And I understand why they left you. 'Cause this is garbage. They saw how garbage you were, Heather. They saw how much of a shit person you were. And they left you. Because they did not want to go through the trauma you are putting your current family through. So congratulations, woman. You don't deserve this life that has been given to you. I feel sorry for your parents. Because they could have raised you better. They could... this might not even be their fault. This might not be their fault. You are just an attention-seeking whore that could do anything for the limelight. That will do anything for the limelight. You are a garbage human being. You are a garbage woman. I feel sorry for Michael for having to sleep with you, for having to live with you, for having to breathe the same fucking air as you. I am sorry I'm so pissed off in this video, but this is not how you handle a gun. I'm done talking about this video because my blood is boiling. If you want to watch the full thing and get pissed off, go on for it. I will actually try and find a mirrored version of this video so you don't have to give them more attention. But, in the meantime, enjoy me being pissed off. I will try and find lighthearted videos to stick in the end description so you can be more amused. Not whether it's my videos or not, that's a different story. But this is not how you handle a gun. This is not how you handle family. This is not a prank. This is child endangerment. And you, Heather, are a horrible human being. I hope you watched this video. I hope you watched it all the way through. Because you are a horrible human being. You deserve to know what other people think of you. You deserve to know how shit you are. You are a garbage human being. I am sorry that whatever happened to make you, happened. That shouldn't have happened. There should have been a different cell in that vagina at that time. Because you do not deserve the air you breathe. You do not deserve this. I'm not threatening you. I promise. I'm just saying, you don't deserve what you have. Thank you guys for watching. I highly doubt you liked this video, but if you did, make sure to leave that like rating. Make sure that you don't do this. Use this as a lesson of what not to do. And again, here are Daddy-O5 videos that you can watch through from other people showing you how horrible these people are. Again, the rest of these videos that I'm going to put on screen are going to be more lighthearted, soothing videos so your adrenaline can fall down so you can get the happy feels again instead of being pissed off. I'm sorry that I got so pissed off and heated in this video, but you probably, hopefully, understand why. And I'm also sorry about how long it is. So again, here is the Daddy-O5 playlist that I created for multiple channels. Here is a lighthearted video. Here's another lighthearted video. And lastly, there is another lighthearted video. Feel free to watch them if you want. They're not all going to be from my channel, but definitely don't do this. Learn from these people's mistakes and don't raise your kids like this. Don't treat a gun like this. Thank you guys so much for watching.